Hey, everybody. Today's 2 Minute Tuesday is all about the 4 pillars of value. Look, when calculating the value of your business, you're focused normally on the multiple, right? You've got to calculate sellers' discretionary earnings. And this, again, is for a content site, a SaaS business, e-commerce, FBA, whatever your business model is. It all comes down to sellers' discretionary earnings, and then a multiple is applied to that. But where in the multiple range your business falls depends upon how strong your business is in regards to what we call the 4 pillars of value. The 4 pillars of value is something that's been developed over the last decade from you, the buyers, because you've been asking these same questions over and over and over again. And we finally developed this into the 4 pillars of value. They are risk, growth, transferability, and documentation. These are the 4 things that buyers consistently look at to determine if they want to make an investment in your business and pay you maximum value for it, or seek some sort of discount because you have a hero SKU, or because you're the name and face of the business, or because your growth is declining and not growing like it used to, or because your documentation and SOPs and financials are not as clean and clear as they should be. So again, when the value of a business is being calculated, it's all math and logic, right? In terms of the numbers, that's the seller's discretionary earnings. When that's being calculated, it's all math and logic. That's the net income plus the add backs equals seller's discretionary earnings. And then a multiple is applied to that. The challenge now becomes where in the multiple range you're going to fall. If your business is doing $300,000 in discretionary earnings, and the range would be 2.5 to 4.5, if your business is high in risk, low in transferability, if you're the name and face and your growth is slowing down and your documentations are pretty good, you still might fall in that 2.7 to 3 time range, right? That's where buyers are going to punish you. Or the 5th pillar, which really is the mortar that holds the 4 pillars together, which is you, the owner of the business. If you've been behaving badly online, trust me that anybody that's going to stroke a check for $500,000, $1 million, $10 million, they're going to research you and see what kind of human you are to determine whether they trust you. The more they trust you, the more cash you're going to get at closing, and the more likely you're going to get maximum value for the business. The less they trust you, the more likely they're going to renegotiate or not make an offer at all. So behave online. Don't take harsh political stances. Don't take, pandemic vaccine versus anti-vaxxer stances. Be a good human, be in the middle so that your buyer pool is as great as possible. So again, math and logic calculates sellers' discretionary earnings, but where in the valuation range you fall is all about risk, growth, transferability, and documentation. Do a search for the 4 pillars of value online, and the Quiet Light article will land at the top. Or I think it's chapter 14 in the Exitpreneur's Playbook. Don't just think it's all math and logic. It's critical to the value of your business, but where in the value range depends upon the 4 pillars of value. Thanks, guys.